Hello and welcome to another episode of Making Diablo clone in Lisp. So today I'm going to be working on the documentation, so that's kinda the thing, the important thing I wanted to finish before all other tasks, so that, probably some other developers might join me, and yeah, that's the documentation is really important in that. So yeah, I've been using the org mode to do that, and the process called tangling, and the methodology called literate programming, which I believe originates from Donald Knuth. So yeah, I've already started that, so let me show you how that looks. So I got this separate branch. I mean, it's available on the on main repository. It's called Literate, so you can open this document called doc.org from the root of the repo, and you can press Ctrl+C, no wait, not that, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+E, yeah, and then HH, and it exports that into HTML. So let me open that. Perhaps I might want to use my Chrome. So give me just a moment. Programs, nope. Oh yeah, it's in another directory, so that will be this one. Yeah, okay, and then here, and yeah, here I go. So let me just grab that browser. So yeah, here we go. That's how it would look. So I think I will just get this HTML document and, just integrate that into all of the other places, like in the documentation and in repo and whatever. So yeah, that's the idea. That's the exported file. It looks pretty good, I would say. And yeah, the whole process, I've kind of heard about that previously, but I thought it's kind of a little bit fragile of sorts or something. But in actuality, it's really good. It is really nice, and it is working pretty good. So yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. Right, and then you can let me recall what I was trying to do with that too. Oh yeah, and also you can do the actual tangling, so you can press Ctrl+C, Ctrl+E, I forgot, Ctrl+V, was it? And then T, I think? Yeah, that's that. So this gives you the tangled files, so-called, which are generated from this documentation file, like this single source of truth, so to speak. So you can kind of see what's the difference between those generated files. So that would be Ditaclone kit.lisp and the one from source. So if you check the changes, the only change is that I've added the GPL preamble to every file. It's kind of the important stuff. So yeah, and besides that, they are similar. So then the next one would be the log.lisp, which is also generated, and it's not completed yet, but I think I will work on that probably today. So yeah, that's that. Okay, and the only thing I also wanted to fix before like working on the actual content, on the actual documentation, was this, like if you open this org file in GitLab or perhaps even GitHub, yeah, let me check also that. So if I go into GitHub, do I have this branch? Yeah, I do. So if we go to doc.org, yeah, let me have a look. It looks better, by the way, than in GitLab. Yeah, and we have this section tangling. So the same goes for GitLab, obviously. So if you go to this branch, Literate, and then if you go to where, give me a second. So okay, so if you go to this doc.org and scroll to the bottom, you also have this section. And my idea was that you don't really have to have this section. So let me think. I think I probably want to move that somewhere. Yeah, because I have this like property, I'm not sure how it is called scientifically, this property noExport, which prevents this section from being exported into HTML. But you still have that into the, well, org file itself here. I kind of don't want that. So what I do, I think I probably want to move that file definition, because my idea was to have like all of the files assembled on the bottom, but probably I don't want that. Yeah, let me think. Okay, I probably would remove that section, then move this preamble somewhere else. Oh yeah, and I also I'm not sure if I can use those like references before their definition. So let me try that. Let me move that here, for example, and test tangling. Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V, T. Okay, tangled. So yeah, I want to reload that, and it's not very interesting, but then yeah, okay, let me close that and all that again. So I believe that works. Awesome, that's awesome. So this actually works. Do I have anything in messages? No, I don't. Okay, cool. That's really cool. Okay. So let me just place this back, and yeah. So idea is that probably I want to move this GPL preamble and shit somewhere at the top, right? So let me see, quick start, entry point, where do I just place that? Okay, let me just quickly adjust the music. Oh, also mixer. Yeah, like that. So, where was I? Yeah, I want to move the GPL preamble somewhere else. Right. Okay, maybe I want some extra section here, so source code start. Yeah, the idea is that this section is kind of walk through the code base. Engine source code. Probably I even want those to be second level. Yeah, like that. And then this too. And this. And even this. Oops. And even this. And then this game loop. Yeah, game session. Entry point. Engine. Yeah, probably I even want the game loop and game session to be even more indented sections. Start source code. Okay, so let me just call this like source code walkthrough or something. Am I spelling that right? Walkthrough. Yeah, I think I do. Okay, so entry point, then I have engine, and yeah, probably let's put game loop even further and game session too, and then I have logging. Yeah, okay. So somewhere here we should move that above. So yeah, this preamble goes first. So where does it go? Source code walkthrough. Okay, so probably this is the good place for some legal, like legalese. Is that the word? Yeah, so let me have a look at README then. Yeah, legal. So license. Okay. So let me type something like that. Git engine is licensed. What's the word? Under? Yeah, under. Yeah, probably I should have just copied that. Right, so it's licensed under the blah 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 license, and we put all of engine's source code like into Ditaclone kit package. Ditaclone kit package. Yeah, okay. License blah blah blah. Yeah, okay, that will do. And then entry point. Yeah, where was I? Logging. So I think I want to move that somewhere else. This one. Yeah, right. So this is ditaclonekit.lisp, like the main file. So I probably should put that into entry point, or I'm not sure. Yeah, probably here. Yeah, so it only goes for the tangling, and it is not exported. So I think this should look just right. Entry point, blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, probably also should have done the git pull, because there's another person that might be working on that branch. God damn it, where am I going? So this is Literate. Oh yeah, there's been no new commits. Okay, so where was I? Entry point. Yeah, so this is the entry point, and then I want this like tangled thing also moved somewhere else. So I probably want that. Entry point, where is it? Logging. Yeah, probably here. So I think this will do just fine. So sorry, give me a moment. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this is the log file, so I think everything should be still exported just right. So let me just try export to HTML. So I want to hit refresh here. Oh yeah, okay, source code walkthrough. Entry point, engine, among session, login. Yeah, okay, entry point, engine, okay. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 code. Right. And then what was it? Yeah, okay. Oops, no, I don't want to bookmark that. Logging. Yeah, okay. And if I do tangle. Yeah, okay. So now let me have a look at diffs here. Come on. So yeah, it still works just nicely. So let me also have a look at log. Yeah, it works perfect. Okay, cool. So probably I should commit that. So what was modified? Okay. So it's just minor shuffling around. Minor shuffling around. Okay, so the next thing is obviously lock, and also give me a sec, there was, I think, some to do, no, not that. This one, yeah, game loop. I should document the game loop related things. So yeah, let's do just that. So I probably would get back to those functions later then. System handle event, yeah, something like event helpers perhaps. Or, yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, so I want to start by writing something about that game loop function. Okay, so let me just do that. So, what's the end of this section then? Oops. The appropriate arguments. Yeah, right. Engine. Login. No, wait. It looks like something is missing though. Start, blah blah blah. Float features. Yeah, okay. And finally, we can prepare and start the game loop. Start the game loop by calling. By calling what exactly? By calling game loop. Game loop function. So the game loop starts with picking up. Okay, so let me just move this bit out of my eyes because it's kinda like irritates me a bit. So like event helpers, let's call it event helpers. So this would be end src, and yeah, so the game will blah blah blah. Yeah, okay. So I can remove that here and go on. So the game loop starts with picking up the garbage, or like, how do I formulate that? It starts with calling the garbage collector. What's the terminologically correct? Oops. What's the correct word here? Like starts with. I'm not sure. Yeah, right. Where was I? Starts with calling the garbage collector. Yeah, okay, so starts calling garbage collector using the trivial garbage library. So how do I reference the library? I mean, how I was... Yeah, okay. Using the GC function from trivial garbage library. So let's search for that. Trivial garbage. Yeah, that's the one. So what would be the official page? I think this one, maybe? Yeah, this one. So, from trivial garbage library. Okay, so what do we do next? Let me just remember what's going on here. So after that, leaving some comment in log, we set up the live support library. So let me search for that. Live support. Yeah, sure. Common Lisp. Come on, goddammit. Yeah, that's the one. So what is the official page here? I kinda can't see one. That's the quick ref. Well, I guess that would be the official page. We set up the live support library by calling setup lisp REPL. This amazing library. Oopsie. This library allows to like feed arbitrary code. What is the official term? To kinda, yeah, okay, let's leave it at that. So it allows to feed arbitrary code into REPL while the game is running, which allows for this amazing library allows to feed, which in turn allows for, is that the word? Allows for? Yeah, I guess that is the word. Oops. Yeah. Which in turn allows for, like, what I'm trying to say here. I'm trying to say something about highly dynamic nature of games and like ease of debugging and something. Amazing library allows to feed arbitrary code in REPL while the game is running, which in turn allows for changing and inspecting. How do I formulate that? Probably I'm just being extra verbose here. Yeah, okay, well, let's just leave it at that. This amazing library allows to feed arbitrary code into REPL while the game is running. Okay. Next, by using UIOP next. Oh, hello. I'm doing fine. How are you, man? For me, it's kinda evening, yeah. Okay, so next, by using UIOP next, UIOP next macro, we prepare some variables. Yeah, okay, by using the UIOP next macro, we prepare some variables for the loop. Any update on Diablo? So, well, not really. I guess I'm just fixing some bugs, and right now I'm just working on documentation, so probably some other developers could join me in this amazing journey. So yeah, not much to tell, I'm afraid. Okay, so what I was trying to say here. Next, by using next macro, we prepare some variables for the loop. So we read the display the sync and display FPS variables from config. I wonder if I can reference some further section in this file. Yes, I will add the section about config. So, give me a moment. This would go here, I guess. Config. Yeah, can I do that? Can I reference other section? Org reference section. I can reference a section. I use dedicated targets for this. I can reference section 1 with sec1 and I can get... Wait, what? I can reference section 1 with sec1 and sec1 section 1, but I can get the actual section number to resolve. Huh. This works how expected. Custom ID, where you don't have to use dedicated targets, you can still use custom ID link, but without a description. Right, so let me just reference it like that. So how do I actually sec1? Yeah, okay, so let me call it 2 as with the prefix of sec and then sec config. Right, and then I can reference that, right? So where was I? We read blah 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 blah. Oops, where? Damn it. Yeah, from config. So I can insert the reference here, so like see the sec config, so description config section for the discussion of like with system config options macro, with system config options macro. We also, what do we also do? We also create a functional renderer instance, with a call to make renderer. Yeah, right. Instance, functional renderer, discussed in, so another reference here. Config renderer. So that would be the section renderer. Okay. All right. Discussed in sec renderer. God damn it. In renderer section. Function renderer discussed in renderer section instance with a call to make renderer. I'll create a function and initialize some time counters, namely the timestamp of the last frame called last tick, and last life support REPL update time. No, I guess terminologically correct. I mean, is that even the word? Let me just ask Google. Terminologically. So
terminologically.
That's hard. That's just hard to pronounce. Terminologically. Okay, terminologically. Right. So where was I? Support. Right. And last life support update time called something like that. And live support, I missed T here, update time called last REPL update. So we update live support REPL once in 0.3 seconds by default, which is set in REPL update interval keyword argument. To game loop function. Okay, so let me just read this huge sentence, or like this. What's the word? I forgot the word. How come? The paragraph. Yeah, right. So yeah, this huge paragraph. So the game loop starts with calling garbage collector using the GC function from trivial garbage library. After that, leaving some comment in log, we set up the live support library by calling setup LISP REPL. By the way, probably could do garbage collection like at some other point with system config options. Yeah, live support. Setup LISP REPL. Okay, yeah, sure. So let me just reopen that live support and have a look at the sources. So setup LISP REPL. Does it do any garbage? Case REPL backend, let REPL find and turn current thread. Yeah, probably it does not do a lot of garbage, but still it calls into slimy or like slink. So yeah. Yeah, whatever. Where was I? So garbage collection. Yeah, right. The garbage collection using the GC function from trivial garbage library. Should I put the here? I'm obviously not like native speaker. So game loop starts with calling garbage collector using the GC function from the trivial garbage library. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't hurt. So after that, leaving some comment in log, we set up the live support library by calling setup LISP REPL. This amazing library allows to feed arbitrary code into REPL while the game is running. Next, by using UIOP next macro, we prepare some variables for the loop. Using probably I should type Y. By using UIOP next macro to what's the word? UIOP next. Yeah, sure. Next. Yeah, not very helpful, this search. I can't even find it here though. UIOP next macro. Yeah, I was reading this article about that. Nest macro helps my code avoid to avoid nesting, I guess, is the words here are the words. So next by using the macro to avoid extra, what was the word again? The nesting. So to avoid extra nesting, we prepare some variables for the loop. I'm not sure the comma is required here. Man, I'm bad at writing English. Yeah, I'm just notoriously bad. So yeah, anyway. Next, by using UIOP next macro to avoid extra nesting, we prepare some variables for the loop. We read the displays vsync and display FPS variables from config. See the config section for the discussion of with system config options macro. Used for that, I guess. Used for that. We also create a functional renderer discussed in renderer section instance Yeah, probably I should put instance like here. Also create a functional renderer instance discussed in the render section with a call to make renderer. Or probably even to move that here. Oops! No, not that. Like that. Instance with a call to make renderer. Discussed in the renderer section and initialize some time counters. Namely the timestamp of the last frame called last tick and last life support update time. Update timestamp, last life support update time, whatever. Update time called last REPL update. We update life support REPL once in 0.3 seconds by default, which is set in REPL update interval keyword argument to game loop function. I guess that goes here. I mean, it wouldn't hurt. So yeah, I guess those are the words for the beginning. And I guess I just want to like break it here, so that would be game loop 1. And then we'll end it here and src. And then the next one would be like game loop 2. So I guess I would have to change it also here. Where was it? Game loop. Yeah, here we go. Like game loop 1. Oh, I was using a dash. Okay. Oh yeah, I am using a dash. Okay. So, what's next? So next we allocate an Allegro and allocate a lib Allegro event structure, organ structure. Probably I should give a link here. Allegro, okay, documentation, yeah, latest version, so I want events, here we go. So where is this structure? Allegro event, yeah, here it is. As a union of all built-in event structures, yeah, okay. How do I give a link to that? ID Allegro event. Here we go. So Allegro events, so we allocate a Allegro event. Allegro event for structure. Okay. So I guess the link goes here. And I guess I'm forgetting the syntax for org file links. So let me see, org file like links, external links. Okay. So how do I, where's, oh yeah, here we go. So first goes the link and second goes the title. That's different from Markdown and few other formats. So yeah, the first goes the link. After that goes the description. Okay, so the link would be this one. Okay. It works. So we allocate Allegro event for organ structure with CFFI with organ object macro. I guess it is a macro for organ. Damn it, for organ object. Let me just Google to be sure. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it is a macro. Right. So we allocate organ structure with organ object macro and call al sleep. I guess I should give a link to that too. Is there a search? Oh, there is a search here, and you can even press S for search. Nice. That's nice. That's some nice usability here. So I'm searching for al sleep, I guess. No, sleep, goddammit. Oh. Huh. Wait a sec. Is that sleep from some other... Okay, so let me just open a source file, do the clone kit, and load my slimy. Sorry, my sly. My sly and, well, sling. So, I'm going to load the engine and then press go to definition and actually see what's going on with the sleep function. I can't quite recall where it comes from. Okay, so sleep, yeah, this one. Where does it? Oh, it is like the system function. I mean, if I search in, oh, okay, cool, nice, seconds, non-negative real, causes blah 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 blah. Execution is resumed. This might not true side effects. The granularity of the scheduler is not a non-negative real. Okay, alright. So I guess I would just type that. Okay, I guess I just want this window. So we allocate library event, mouth, blah 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 macro, and sleep for approximately 1/60th of a second, so that the calculated value for the very first frame, calculated FPS value, of course, I mean, the calculated FPS value for the very first frame does not cause division by 0. Alright, probably I could do that a bit nicer. I mean, if I like no, I'm not sure how to do that. Like if I get the frame time after the game loop iteration. Nah, not sure. Yeah, right, okay. After that, we finally start the... So what do we start? After that we finally start the actual game loop with its body wrapped into restart case for some nice restarts. We'll discuss in a moment. Okay, so now I guess I should put this thing here, prog n. Yeah, right. And src. So after that goes next block, which I guess would be third. The third one. Alright. So what I want to type here. So first of all, in the beginning of every frame, or should I put it like in the beginning of every iteration? The beginning of every frame. Yeah, whatever. I guess the frame here is like the same as iteration. So first of all, in the beginning of every frame, we process the events. Dun, 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 dun. We first try to feed the Allegro events we receive with a lgetNext event. So let me copy just that. with a L get next event. So I think I should give a link here. L get next event. Here we go. So I should copy the link here. And yeah, I guess do this usual trickery with the link in org. So, yep. Receive. So first we try to feed the Allegro events we receive with get next event to the nuclear library. And here I should give the reference to my library, which is the wrapper around nuclear to use it in common Lisp. So we first try to feed the Allegro events we receive to the nuclear library. Okay, so let me or should I put it right here to the I'm not sure. Yeah, whatever. To the nuclear library, so let me just give a link to nuclear then. Library in case some UI windows are active. In case the event is not handled by nuclear, we try and we call systems handle event helper. Systems handle event helper we'll discuss in a moment. And here I probably should change it to like in a few moments. Discuss in a moment. Dun, 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 dun. So also it is important to note, that we can receive several events per frame. So we also use a loop here. So then goes the code. And I guess I want to finish it here and src. So here I probably should copy that. And yeah, okay. So now I should go back to systems handle event helper. Where is the code for that? Systems handle event. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, wait a sec. Right. I'm also using a helper for UI, right? Ugh. Okay, so we first try to feed the Allegro events to receive blah 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 the nuclear library. Okay, some to the nuclear library using UI handle event. UI handle event helper. We'll discuss in a moment. Okay. That will do. So now with the UI helper. Oh, what is UI on P flag? I kind of forgot. Oopsie. Okay, let me just copy that, or probably even remove and place it here. So that would be UI handle event. And then end src and src. Okay. So again, what is UI on P? Wait, what? Item is any active boolean indicating where any UI window is currently shown. Oh, okay. Right. So UI handle event helper. Basically, god damn it. This is getting awkward. This freaking Microsoft keyboard. So yeah, helper basically feeds the event to the nk Allegro handle event function from. So here's the place to reference my library, CL with Allegro nuclear, yeah, this one. So here's the link, CL lib Allegro nuclear wrapper library. Yeah, basically it just fits the event to the Allegro handle event function from CL lib Allegro nuclear wrapper library. The minor optimization here is that we don't do that if there are no active UI libraries, which is how do I put it here? If there are no active UI libraries, sorry, not libraries, the windows. If there are no active UI windows, and I guess at some point there would be a lot of those. But yeah, anyway, whatever. So the minor optimization here is that we don't do that if there are no active UI windows, which we determine by the call to UI on P function. What would be the word here? Not discussed, because I'm using the word discuss quite often here. Described, I guess. Described in UI section, I guess. Thick renderer UI, or like UI system, right? UI system, yeah, I guess so. UI system, sec UI system. All right, described in sec UI system section. All right, basically just fits blah blah blah. So here goes the code. Dun, 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 dun. And then we can go to the systems handle event helper. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Systems handle event. Systems event helper. Yeah, whatever. So what do we type here? You wanna handle event? Yeah, okay, system handle event. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, what does it do here? Let me remember. So it takes AL type and then creates a custom structure. Ooh, make Allegro event. And then it goes over the list of systems and calls process event. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, right, okay. Let's finish. Alright. Several things to note here. So, systems handle event helper serves as a bridge. It's a bridge between the low-level liballegro events and high-level like in-game events described in detail in some further section. In detail in sec events. Do I even have that file? Events something. Event queue events. Yeah, I do have events, although not a big file, but still. High level in-game events described in detail in events section. So let me also add this section. Events sec events. Okay. A bridge, blah blah blah. So it calls make Allegro event constructor function, I guess would be the term here. Constructor function to make an instance of create an instance of like in-game event. And then feeds that instance to all ECS systems, I also should give a reference to, well, ECS here, so ECS ECS yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Where was I? Then feeds the instance to all ECS systems. We'll talk more about what ECS is in corresponding section. So sec ECS corresponding section. Also note that systems handle event returns nil only nil only when the type of event is display close, which is produced by liballegro when the window is closed. This fact is used in the game loop to quit in the game loop to start the loop. How do I put it? This fact is used in the game loop to like prematurely finish. Why prematurely though? I mean, so yeah, loop finish is only here, and then the loop is without any things here. So yeah, okay. Where is I? So note that system send event returns nil only when the type of event is displayed closed, which is blah 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 blah. The fact is used in the game loop to finish it. Right. System. Okay. So in game loop, after turning, no, after, how do I put it? Like after processing all low-level liballegro events, we separately process high level events with process events function, since the low level events might trigger one or more high level events. Right, probably this does not make a lot of sense, but well, in game loop, after processing all low-level liballegro events, we separately process high-level events with process event function. Since the low-level events might trigger one or more high-level events, and we don't want to depend on the order, and we don't want to depend or like to deal with ordering issues. Right. After the events are processed, after all of the events are processed, we current tick. So is current tick used only here? Yeah, I guess so. Shouldn't I? Yeah, okay. Current tick. Oh. We do some time-based calculations. We get current frames timestamp into the current tick variable. Current tick. Give me a moment. Okay. Into the current tick variable. Check if if we need to update life support REPL. Yeah, give me a moment. Life support library blah blah blah. The REPL by using blah blah blah. Yeah, okay. Life support update. Life support REPL link update time called blah blah blah. Update. No, wait a sec. We update life support REPL link. And then yeah, check if we need to update life support REPL link. Check we support the triple link. Well, calculate. No, I think I already used that word. Get. Oh yeah, whatever. Calculate delta time between current frame and the previous one into the delta time global variable and we display FPS value if it is set in config. If it is set in config. In config, wait a sec. Have I mentioned it here before? Display FPS. Display FPS. Okay. If set in config. It's weird that I call process actions here. Probably it is dependent on the delta time. Yeah, I think so. Right. So I guess I break it here and src. So then the next block. Oh, I think I should have different number here. So it was 1, 2, 3 here, and then this should be 4, and this one should be 5. Okay. Okay. So, what's going on next? Next, we call process actions with what? No. We call process actions function which processes the actions related to every ECS system. Actions are separate. How do I put it? Mechanic? Yeah, I would have to use some Google Translate here. Mechanics. Yeah, it's not really helpful. Some more translation. Mechanic. Mechanism. Framework. Oh, yeah, that's the nice work. Sorry, word. Wow. I'm being dyslexic here. So, actions are separate. Actions. I mean, do I use the word are here or is? Actions. Yeah, whatever. Actions are is. Okay, the word here would be something like. Give me a second. God damn it. I mean, Google Translate is notoriously bad these days. Alright, so where was I? Constitute or represent. Yeah, that would be the words here. Actions constitute separate framework used for what? Used for like multi-frame stateful actions. Actions constitute blah 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 for multi-frame stateful actions. But whatever. Actions performed by in-game entities. We'll cover those in detail in corresponding section. Dun, 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 dun. actions, sec actions. Do I have a file for actions though? Yeah, I do. Okay, we'll cover those in detail in sec actions in corresponding section. After that, we call system update in loop for every ECS system, and how do I again tell it in English? How do I tell it in Russian even? After that we call system update in loop for every ECS system, like further down or something. Further onwards. Further. System update generic or method or generic method, even better. Generic method and loop for system and system draw in. How do I put it now? After that we call system update generic method and loop for every system. Okay, let's put it next. For every system which updates the state of in-game entities being handled by those systems, which updates the aspects of the state of in-game entities being handled by those systems. Further, how do I... God damn it. What if I tell further next, or like, no, further down? Yeah, further down, okay. I mean, what does it really mean? I might not tell what I want to say. Further down, down. I think we're gonna worry about further down the line. Further down the line. Uh-huh. Further down the line, we call system draw generic method, which ranges the drawing commands needed for... Yeah, this process of writing documentation actually triggers some ideas about how I might make it better, I mean architecture-wise. Because in actuality, I think drawing is not really needed for every system. I mean, I only need it for few systems. But yeah, whatever. So yeah, we call system draw generic method, which arranges the drawing commands needed for those aspects, for those state aspects to be drawn on screen. Right. So let's just have this bit here. And src. God damn it. So, dun, dun, dun. So, after those issues are handled, we proceed to actual drawing. We proceed to actual drawing. We call, okay, so now I need another reference to Allegro function. AL clear to color. Yeah, this one. Dun, 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 dun. We call, oops. AL clear to color to, what is the word? To flush? I guess so. But is it really flush? Yeah, I guess so. To flush the screen with what's the word here? With like the same color. Flush the screen with okay, I would have to translate it from Russian. Again, same, identical, uniform. Yeah, I guess same is the word here. To flush the screen with the same color, with the same black color. And then we call do draw function, which makes the functional renderer instance to do the actual draw calls. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. After swapping last tick, no, after swapping last tick with current tick, I'm not even sure it should be done here though, but whatever. So after swapping last tick with current tick, we also call also call this one. So again, I need to search for the reference here. AL, what was it? Wait for the sync. AL wait, yeah, for the sync. Okay, so the link is here. We also call AL wait for the sync if the vertical sync was set in config, and we call nk Allegro render to render UI windows, if any. So with that, draw calls are no, like we are finished. We finished with the draw calls, and we finally call AL flip display. Dun, 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 dun. Flip display. Oops. Let me go. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, goddammit. AL flip display. Dun, 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 dun. To what is the word? Change the buffers. bleed the buffers. Okay, what does it say? Front and back buffers. To swap OpenGL buffers. To swap OpenGL buffers. Or like drawing buffers. Right? Sorry, the functions. Enough flipping is done. Allegro sync is set to 1. The main drivers, blah blah blah. We see it will be set. Off with display will went for blah 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 blah. Okay, so we finally call AL flip display to swap drawing buffers. So yeah, I guess that's that. So we stop here. And this RC. So at the bottom of the game loop body, we have next iteration restart, which allows to continue to the next iteration of game loop. I think I'm duplicating myself. At the bottom of the game loop body, yeah, we have an next iteration start, which allows to continue to the next iteration of loop when some condition arises within. Yep, something like that. So that's that. So I have 7 bits of this function, and I have to copy those here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's just change the numbers here. God damn it. 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we have those helpers, which we should put a little bit before, right? Where was those? So UI handle event and systems handle event. So I only want this name here, and then and then this name. And I probably want a white space here, so something in the spirit of that. So, well, first let's have a look at the HTML. How does it even look like? Okay, so here is our game loop. So let's probably read it. Oh, that's quite a big section here. Okay, so the game loop, wait a sec. Do we have this extra? Yeah, we do have those extra sections here. So, the game loop starts with calling garbage collector using the GC function from the trivial garbage library. After that, leaving some comment and log, we set up the LISP library by calling setup LISP REPL. This amazing library allows to feed arbitrary code into REPL while game is running. Next, by calling IOP next macro to avoid extra nesting, we prepare some variables for the loop. We read the display vsync and display FPS variables from config. See config section for the discussion of this is a config option macro used for that. We also create a functional renderer instance with a call to make renderer, discussed in renderer section, and initialize some time counters, namely the timestamp to the last frame, called last tick, and last live support update time, called last REPL update. We update live support REPL link once in 0.3 seconds by default, which is set in REPL update interval keyword argument to the game loop function. Okay, here it is. Next, we allocate label aggro event foreground structure with CFFI with foreground object macro and sleep for approximately 1/60th of a second, so that the calculated FPS value for the very first frame does not cause division by 0. After that, we finally start the actual game loop with its body wrapped into a restart case for some nice restarts we'll discuss in a few moments. First of all, in the beginning of every frame, we process the events. We first try to feed the Allegro events we receive with AL get next event. Wait a sec. How do I... Okay. Get next event. Huh. That's interesting. How do I edit the link though? Uh-huh. I see. The thing is that I probably want to change all those references to the monospace font. So let's see, where am I using those? Yeah, here. AL clear to color. So here and then here. Yeah, like that. And then this one. And then this one. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. AL run main, huh? This one should... I mean, it needs tweaking too. Dun, 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 dun. Man, that's a lot of calls to those. Okay. So I think I've covered like all of those. Yeah, I think I did. Yep. Yeah, no. Where's the freaking... Yeah, here we go. So I'll have to re-export again. And yeah, here we go. So, where was I? First of all, in the beginning of every frame, we process the events. We first try to feed the Allegro events we receive with AL getNextEvent to the nuclear library, using UI handle event helper in case some UI windows are active. In case the event is not handled by nuclear, we call systems handle event helper, we'll discuss in a moment. Also note that we can receive several events per frame, so we also use a loop here. Okay. UI handle event helper basically just feeds the event to the nk Allegro handle event function from CL Allegro nuclear wrapper library. The minor optimization here is that we don't do that if there are no active UI windows, which we determine by the call to UI on P function described in UI system section. Okay, systems handle event helper serves as a bridge between the low-level Allegro events and high-level in-game events described in detail in events section. It calls make Allegro event constructor function to make an instance of in-game event and then feeds that instance to all ECS systems. We'll talk more about what ECS is in corresponding section. Note that systems handle event returns nil only when the type of event is display close, which is produced by Allegro when the window is closed. Which window? Window is closed. When the game window is closed. Oops, what am I doing? HH. Okay, when the game window is closed. This fact is used in the game loop to finish it. Yeah, I think it's soda time. Okay, so what's next? Alright, so in game loop, after processing all low-level Allegro events, we separately process high-level events with process events function, since the low-level events might trigger... yeah, probably I should use singular here, since... where is that? Since the low-level event... Oh, event. C-Ctrl-E, H. Okay. Since the... Okay, so let me restart here. So, in game loop, after processing all low-level Allegro events, we separately process high-level events with process events function, since the low-level event might trigger one or more high-level events, and we don't want to deal with ordering issues. After all of the events are processed, we do some time-based calculations. We get current frames timestamp into the current tick variable. Probably I should mention AL get time somewhere. So give me a moment. Get time. God damn it. Bum, 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 bum. Probably here. Render instance, initialize sometime counters, namely the timestamp sometime counters. Using the and then reference the function. So what was it? I'll get time, I guess. I'll get time. Yeah. So using the al get time function. Name of the timestamp, blah blah blah. Yeah, okay. Where was I? Right, after all of the events are processed, so yeah, let me have a look at this one. Have I re-exported the thing? I don't think so. God damn it, I'm always forgetting the key cord here. So yeah, and initialize some time counters using the il get time function. Name of the timestamp, blah 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 blah. Okay, all right. So where was I? I forgot. Oh yeah, I guess here. So after all the events are processed, we do some time-based calculations. We get current frames timestamp into the current tick variable, check if we need to update live support REPL link with live support update REPL link, calculate delta time between current frame and the previous one into the delta time global variable, and display FPS value if it is set in config. What it? Probably I should be more clear here. Where's the... yeah, here. So delta time global variable and display FPS value if... if that display... how do I formulate that? Display FPS value if set in config. If it is set in config. Yeah, whatever. Let's just leave it be. So, where is I? Yeah, next we call process actions function, which processes the actions related to every ACS system. Actions constitute separate framework used for multi-frame stateful actions performed by in-game entities. We'll cover those in detail in corresponding section. I wonder if that link works. It works. Okay, cool. So after that we call system update generic method in loop for every CS system, which updates the aspects of the state of in-game entities being handled by those systems. Further down the line we call system draw generic method, which arranges the drawing commands needed for those state aspects to be drawn on screen. Okay. After those issues are handled, we proceed to actual drawing. We call al clear color to flash the screen with the same black color. And then we call the draw function, which makes the functional renderer instance to do the actual draw calls. After swapping last tick with current tick, we also call al wait for the sync if the vertical sync was set in config, and we call nk allegro render to render UI windows, if any. With that, we are finished with the draw calls, and we finally call al flip display to swap drawing buffers. At the bottom of the game loop body we have a next iteration restart, which allows to continue to the next iteration of loop when some condition arises within. Okay, and I guess that's that. Dun, 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 dun. So probably I'm good to commit. Oh yeah, I also want to regenerate the files to tangle them and see if that still works. And I forgot the key cord again. Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V, T. Yeah, I remember. And it took quite a while. And yeah, let's see. Let's see its sources. Let's have a look at sources. So yeah, it still works. I'm even amazed. I mean, am I sure that this file is generated? So let me remove it first. And then try and generate again. come on. Okay, so yeah, it works. It is being generated and it is like bit by bit the same except for the new header here. So yeah, okay, cool, awesome. And I guess it means that I'm done with this first file. So what was the count of files here at Lisp? So yeah, 40. I'm done with one file and 39 to go. Yay me! Okay, cool. So let me just commit that. Dun, 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 dun. Oops, 7, yeah. So I've added description of game loop function. Okay, nice. So I guess I want to work on the next file, which was login. I mean, probably I should change the order in which those are described. I also want the config here. But yeah, login seems more important somehow. So yeah, so game session, where does it finish? Login. Yeah, I guess I'm just good with like naming a section, login, and then just going on with description of the things that are happening there. So yeah, what do I want to document here? What am I missing? So I am missing actually a lot of things. So first of all, I'm missing init log function. Yeah, so let's start with that. So name would be init log. Oh yeah, and also emit. Begin src lisp and then end src lisp mode on. Yeah. Hello. Lisp power. Sorry. So yeah, where was I? This init log function, I want to document that. So what does it do? Log file. Yeah, right. Okay. Do I have some description of data dir somewhere here? Data dir, yeah. So next thing around engine does is determine the data directory. Yeah, probably I should type it in bold. Do I do bold with stars? Yeah, I do. The data directory. So. Where was I? So, init log function first constructs the name of the log file, which would be log.txt, residing in data directory. Right. Then it probably I should just put it in separate bit, or probably just describe it in one big paragraph. So yeah, I will do just that. Right, log file, which should be log.txt, residing in data directory. After that, it actually sets this name to liballegro by setting the Allegro trace environment variable. Does liballegro documentation even have a reference of that? Allegro trace? I guess no. Yeah, okay. So, where was I? After that, it actually sets this name, this file name, to liballegro by setting the Allegro trace environment variable. Next, it tweaks a few logging parameters, or like a few liballegro. I'm from Moscow region, from Dubna. Tweaks a few logging parameters. Parameters of liballegro. Namely, I believe the term is what the term is. The reactor. Yeah, we do have a reactor, although small and not very dangerous, but still. I guess they call it like slow neutrino reactor or something. I'm not sure how it works. I reckon it works on plutonium, not on uranium, but yeah, still. Right, so namely trace line. How do I reference those? Trace lines. Liballegro. Ooh. The fuck? I mean, how come it puts CL liballegro draw line? I mean, Google is being nuts these days. I'm telling you. Performance, trace lines. Yeah, that's weird. Do we have something in documentation about that login? No. Configuration files. So trace something. Nope. Okay. And namely, okay, I will just describe those things here. So it tweaks a few login parameters of liballegro, namely, it turns off the display of source code lines. Of log messages we can't, because okay, so give me a sec. It tweaks a few login parameters of liballegro. Namely, it turns off the display source code lines of log messages because we can't reliably get those reliably and easily get those in CL. And 2. Yeah, well, there's a lot of people, all of people, well, are different, but yeah, you might say that. Okay, so, and 2, what does it do? Oh yeah, it sets the log level. Log level, which by default is info. Oops. Info and how do I put it there? Keyword argument something, keyword argument, which is set by default, which is which by default is info, and is being set, I guess. Yeah, I like it too. A bit was the word. Haitian. Vlog song. Right, and it's being set in level optional argument to init log. So I guess that's that. That's all about init log function here. So where does it go in the file? Yeah, it goes right after the preamble. So log, no, init log. Okay, so let's have a look at HTML first. Dun, 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 dun. Game loop, so game session, logging. Init log function first constructs the name of the log file, which would be log.txt residing in data directory. After that, it actually sets this file name to liballegro by setting the Allegro trace environment variable. Next, it tweaks a few login parameters of liballegro, namely it first turns off the display of source code lines of log messages because we can't reliably and easily get those in CL. And two, it sets the log level, which by default is info and is being set in the level optional argument to init log. Yep, looks good. So next, let's have a look at tangling. So Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V+T. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, I want to reload that file. Okay, nice. It is going just nice. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see if I find this. Why do I need those? Oh yeah, because those functions are kinda internal to liballegro and they are not exported. Yeah, well, I'm actually doing the literal, what is the word, the term, literal documentation here. So this is the org file and I'm, well, doing the tangling. I guess this constitutes the literal documentation or literal programming, whatever you call it. Yeah, I kinda didn't think it was that easy and that nice, so yeah, I'm kinda happy with that. Right, so where was I? Yeah, why do I need those functions and where I'm even using those? I'm using those in trace here. Right. Def log. Okay, let's just go ahead and document this one. So the fun L, which was the function name. Okay, so probably this goes after this thing, and yeah. So name trace, I guess, and then begin source Lisp. And as I say. So do trace. Okay. So the percent trace. Damn it. I'm suddenly awkward with the keyboard again. So the trace function is, what is the word? Central. I'm not sure what the word here should be. Yeah, I would have to use Google Translate again. Central pivotal. That's the interesting words. Pivotal, huh? Well, the idea of literal programming is, I guess, I'm not sure, I'm not a specialist, but the idea is that you have just one large file which contains kind of both documentation and the source code. So you kind of first you describe with the words what are you going to do, and then you do the thing with the code. And then you can like render this document into some kind of beautiful documentation like this one, like this HTML file. And on the other hand, you can like do this process called tangling, which actually like strips all of those bits of this code and puts them into, well, the source code files. So if you have a look here, after tangling, I receive those two files, this log Lisp and d2clonkit Lisp. I mean, I'm trying to rewrite this for this process. So yeah, I have like actually this big list of files I want to rewrite with that, but yeah, I will already have to. Main functional principle. Oh yeah, thanks. Principle. I like the word pivotal though. It sounds, I don't know, it sounds nice for some reason. Pivotal. Yeah, I guess the pivotal would be the word. So where was I? Yeah, trace function is pivotal in the logging subsystem. The trace function is pivotal. It does heavy lifting of putting the messages from Lisp site into liballegro log. Yeah, that's an interesting thing. But again, I'm just discovering this and exploring for myself. I'm not a big specialist here. But yeah, until now it looks amazing. Yeah, right. So what I was trying to say here. Functions pivotal. It does heavy lifting of putting the messages from Lisp site into liballegro log. Messages like with given severity level. I guess I should also use this word here. Yeah, it sets the log severity level. Right. Where was I? Does have lifting of putting the messages when given severity level from left side into the liballegro log. Yeah, right. I would have to remember what it actually does. Okay, so it has this flat, which is called do trace. So what does it do, and why do I need it in separate flat? Damn it. God damn it. So I would just switch to original log.lisp and have a look here. Okay, do trace. Why? Oh yeah, I see. It's called twice for some reason. Oh yeah, not twice, but still. So trace prefix and then trace suffix. All right. I guess I remember now what does it do? So, chess function is pivotal to login subsystem. Well, it actually does not do the heavy lifting. The heavy lifting is being done by this flat thing. So it does. How do I reformulate that? It. Oh. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm kinda not used to putting a lot of stuff in comments. I mean, I was kinda, well, reluctant to use comments when I was just starting programming, but as the time goes by, you just say to yourself, nah, fuck it, I will just type the code and see if the code works, and I'm not giving a shit about the comments. Well, that's the commercial development. No one actually never gives you the time to, well, do some important things. But yeah, it is kind of nice. I mean, this whole thing, this whole literate programming thing, it kind of feels like or looks like the scientific article. I mean, I've been writing a couple of those while being in university. So yeah, this kind of reminds me about those scientific articles. And yeah, I sometimes read those too in these days. So in this regard, it's kind of nice and interesting. Interesting approach, anyway. Right. So now I just have to remember what this code I written like a year ago does, or maybe even 2 years ago. But well, this is Lisp. It is easy. So yeah, it's easy to remember. But still. Right, so it does not heavy lifting. What does this function do? It like puts the messages with given severity level from Lisp site into liballegro log. Right. Puts the messages. Right. So to do that, it uses internal liballegro functions. It uses a couple. It uses a couple of internal liballegro functions which are not a part of public interface, but what? It uses a couple of internal liballegro functions which are not a part of public interface. Yeah, that's that. End of sentence. End of discussion. Sorry. So where is it? Yeah, that was the Netflix Van Helsing reference. All right. So so we have therefore damn it. Therefore we have to import those functions. Yeah, well, I'm not really actually reading a lot of like academic papers or something. But yeah, sometimes you're just interested, and yeah, you have to. Therefore, I have to import those functions. You have to import those functions using CFFI. So now goes the part with imports. Name. So how do I call it? Yeah, sometimes you do. Sometimes you have to. Yeah, those functions. So how do I def cfun something cfuns begin src lisp and src, and yeah, here we go. So do I want some extra end lines here? I guess I don't. Right, def cfun blah 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 cfuns. So I guess I put those, where do I put those? before, no wait, after init log. Siphons. So what's next? Siphons. Therefore, we have to import those functions using CFFI, and we do. Right. So the heavy lifting of logging is done by the do trace. How do I call it? How do you call a flat? Lockdown. Oh, huh. That's weird. I reckon someone told me that our lockdown also starts here like on Wednesday or like Thursday. I reckon it was Thursday, and I was like, I wasn't sure. But anyway, I'm going out of my home just into the shop, so well, it hasn't changed a lot for me anyway. I hope your lockdown just finishes at the same time as, well, the main one, the one in Moscow. Yeah, those freaking things, huh? Okay, so the heavy lifting of login is done by the do trace. Yeah, how do I call a flat in Common Lisp? Common Lisp. Special operator. Yeah, I know it's a special operator. Define local functions and macros. And execute forms with local definitions. Form executed. So heavy lifting of login is done by the do trace function or local function. Yeah, local function. So what does it do? First of all, where does args go? Oh yeah, it goes here. Heavy lifting of login is done by the do trace local function, which first, god damn it. Wait, what does it do first? Oh yeah, first calls trace prefix internal function we've imported, and if it succeeds, it calls trace suffix further down, like this. Yeah, down. This is part of like interface. How do I name it? This is the part of can't find the word here. The interface, like the convention. This is part of, yeah, some like interface convention. Face convention. No, not interface. Protocol. This is part of protocol for the calling protocol, I guess. This is a part of calling protocol for, or like of those functions. This is right. So yeah, I guess I would also have to split those in two or something. So yeah, let's call it trace 1 and then have the next part here. And src. Okay. Got it. So what do we do next? Format new message. Wait, what the fuck? Why do I? Oh yeah, I add the new line here. which is weird, but okay. So we add extra new line here. Oh no, not here. We add an extra new line to the log message to be output. Can I use output as a verb? A log message to be output. I'm not sure. Use number of places to be output. Yeah, I guess you can do that. Where condition fail to be output. Okay, cool. Right, we add extra new line to the log message to be output. And after that, we split it by 124 byte portions. Since this is the size of internal liballegro buffer, and if we don't do that, if we don't do the splitting, the message will get truncated. Right, and that basically is what we're doing here. Yeah, and then we do some extra stuff too. So the %trace function also does the feature of detecting. Could you say that does the feature? I mean, does it even make any sense? Does the feature? No, not the feature. Feature. Oh, it tries to fix it. Damn it. Okay. Also, features. I guess I could use it as a verb. Also, features detecting. No, like detection. The duplicate messages. The duplicate message detection, which could be found on some other like logging utilities. Right. Yeah, probably this is the second thing I wanted to mention here, and the first thing is that the %trace function first formats the arguments it has been given using the standard CL format function. So how do I move to this sentence then? Trace, yeah, like that. Trace also features duplicate message detection, which could be found in some like popular, let's put it that way, in some popular login utilities. It does that using the last message and I mean, I should also put those somewhere. I don't know. It does that using the last message and last message. Message repetitions. Global variables. Are those global variables? Yeah. variables defined above. So wait a sec. Last message. Yeah, right. So name would be last message something. That's nice. Somehow for me the computer feels like the working place, and then if I do want to look or like to watch some Netflix, I just get my laptop and, well, sit on the couch. So yeah, laptop does not feel as like working place, but I can work with it too. Yeah. Okay, so last message then. Last message. Yeah, right. Dun, 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 dun. So I want to put those here. Dun, 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 dun. Find above. Okay, so now back to describing what is going on in this function. So yeah, we check last messages, and then yeah, last message repetitions, blah blah blah. String down case function name, and yeah, that is basically it. Last message. Dun, 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 dun. Right. So which is level? Yeah, probably now I should mention function name to have the transition to the next bit of documentation. Right. So, oh, laptop with external keyboard. Wow. That's an interesting setup. Right, where was I? Global variables defined above. So the %trace function calls do trace. Not very nice description. So if the previous wait a sec, was 0. So if the previous message was repeated more than once after another message before, I guess, yeah, before putting another message, we add the line saying that last message repeated that count of times. Does that make any sense? If the previous message was repeated more than once before putting another message, we add the line saying that the last message repeated that count of times. Probably I should put it in italic. How do I do that? Is it underscore? Yeah, it is. Or is it? I had some like cheat sheet for org file. Hidden is list and line styles. No, italic is with slashes. That's interesting. Saying that, oops, nope. Saying that last message repeated that count of times. Right. So after that, we finally put the actual log message using do trace. the actual log message along with the function name using the do trace. So in C world, one can use func macro, so I should do the reference to this func thing. See, nope, not Microsoft, not touching that yet. So how do I? There should be some. For fuck's sake. I'm not giving the reference to Microsoft website. Yeah, function definitions. No, it is like. Can I have some like nice reference to that? Predefined macro, for instance. Function names as strings. Yeah, I guess I can give the reference to that. One can use. Wait a sec. Is it all caps or? I reckon it should be all caps though. Another name, backward compatibility, function, func. Yeah, whatever. One can use. So here goes the link. So dunder func, dunder. Okay, one can use the func macro to get the name of the current function. We lack that feature in CL, so now how do I reformulate that? CL lacks that feature, so we had to implement it. Implement it using like our own macro instead of our own defun L macro instead of standard defun for functions we want to see in log. Right, so I should reformulate this, then the funnel is a simple macro wrapper. Yeah, right, the funnel macro instead of standard. So the funnel basically just puts the function name to the dynamic variable function name before the function call. That's important, before the function call. Right? And the function name, code body. Yeah. Shall list function name. No, it is right inside the function body. So give me a moment. Basically just puts the function name to the dynamic variable function name right before the function body. Right before the function body starts. Yeah, that's how I put it. So this variable is being used to supply the function name to what? To do trace, I believe. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, string down case function name. Here it is. To trace. Yeah. To supply to do trace local function we've seen above. Above. So that the names of these functions can nicely appear in logs like that. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I guess that's that. So let's have a look at the nice HTML we got here. So logging. Dun, 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 dun. So I've already read that. So now the time to proofread the remainder. Okay, so %trace function is pivotal in the logging subsystem. It puts the messages with given severity level from Lisp side into liballegro log. But to do that, it uses a couple of internal liballegro functions, which are not a part of public interface. Therefore, we have to import those functions using CFFI. Yeah, right. The heavy lifting of logging is done by the doTrace local function, which first calls trace prefix internal function we've imported, and if it succeeds, it calls trace suffix further down. This is part of calling protocol of those functions. We add extra new line to the log message to be output and after. Yeah, right. After. And after, yeah, let me just rebuild the thing. Yeah, and after that we split it by 124 byte portions, since this is the size of internal liballegro buffer, and if we don't do the splitting, the message will get truncated. The %trace function first formats the arguments it has been given using the standard CL format function. %trace also features duplicate message detection. Wait a sec. Do I call apply here? Yeah, I call apply. Okay, so function first formats the arguments. It has been given using standard CL form. Yeah, %trace also features duplicate message detection, which could be found in some popular login utilities. It does that using the last message and last message repetitions on global areas defined above. Yeah, I kinda touched Astra Linux like what, 5 years ago or something. And it looked kind of bleak. It was just the fork of some Red Hat, so nothing really like terrific or something. Just some Linux distribution, not very amazing one. Yeah, I haven't even remembered which one it is forked from. Yeah, Debian is good though, but this one, meh. I'm not sure. I'm not sure its existence is justified, so yeah. Alright, where was I? CL format, so, alright, duplicate message detection, so it does that using the last message and last message repetitions, global variables defined above. If the previous message was repeated more than once before putting another message, we add the line saying that the last message repeated that count of times. After that, we finally put the actual log message along with the function name using doTrace. In C world, one can use func macro to get the name of the current function. CL lacks that feature, so we had to implement it using our own defunl macro instead. The fuck, where it is? Instead. God damn it. Where is it? Instead. It has gotten even worse. Okay. Instead of standard defun for functions we want to see in the log. For functions, yeah, whatever. The funnel basically just puts the function name to the dynamic variable function name right before the function body starts. This variable is being used to supply the function name to the trace log function we've seen above, so that the names of those functions can nicely appear in logs like that. And the only thing I'm missing is those wrappers for the logs. I'm not even sure like making the national OS makes sense. I mean, if you start like really from scratch, like with your own kernel and something, I mean, it would take some time, but yeah, probably that might make sense. I don't know, something like Haiku or whatever. But if you are taking like Linux, which is already like translated to the plethora of languages and saying, yeah, that's our national Linux, it just does not make any sense to me. Like really from scratch, ooh. Yeah, I'm not really sure. By the way, I knew the author of Mitsano Lisp, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right. the Mezzano Lisp, which is also the basically the kernel, the operating system kernel. No Linux, only Unix backwards compatible. Yeah, that probably might be nice. Yeah, but still not sure. I mean, there is a plenty of like good Unixes like Linux or FreeBSD or whatever. So yeah. Probably it might support some like special hardware, so we have those also like national Russian processors like Baikal or whatever, so they might support those better, but still not sure. I mean, if you are making a new operating system from scratch, just make it like, what's the word, make it to be international, so make it support different languages and whatever. Russian CPUs are sad story. Well, yeah, I mean, I've read some stories about Baikal, or how it was called. Yeah, I think I'm calling that right. And I've read some stories with some little optimism, so it's in that it is kind of okay, and it is being commercially sold, and it kind of performs so almost as like usual Intels or whatever. I don't know. I'm not kind of reading a lot about those. Okay, so I guess, yeah, I should have a look at the Tangle output. So Control-C, Control-VT. Alrighty, so Tangled. Let's reload that, and yes, here we go. So we only have this left, right? Oh, how come? Oh yeah, I think I've missed this bit with last message thing. So where does it go? Last message, yeah, right after the fun L. Huh. Okay. Fun L. So that would be the last message. Wait, I don't even have trace, right? Yeah, I don't. So I also have to add trace 1, I reckon I've called it. Yeah, and trace 2. Right, trace 1 and then trace 2. Yeah, I'm all for like international things. Oops. So yeah, I have to tangle it again. And yeah, here we go. So let's reload that. Nice. So now I only have this bit to document. Def log. Okay. So where do I put this bit so that the narrative here is not broken? The heavy lift and yada yada. The van L. Yeah, I guess after that. Finally, we don't use the trace function itself throughout. How do I spell it? Throughout. Is that the correct spelling? Yeah, right. So throughout the engine code base. Instead, we define a few wrappers for every lock severity level supported by liballegro using the, how this macro is called, deflog, using the deflog macro, which what does it do again? C. So that would be called, what would be that called? Deflog. So deflog it is. So what does it do? Yeah, it just defines a function. Initialize docstring, and yeah, which just defines small functions wrapping %trace with the nice names. So what would be those names? Debug, nice names like trace debug, trace info, etc. Trace info, ABC. So this is def log. Where did I put this? Dun, 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 dun. Oops. Have I? Def log. So def log goes here. God damn it. Def log. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Def log. I guess I could even put all those definitions here. Nice. Dun, 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 dun. Nice names. Nice names. With nice wrapping. Okay, which defines the small functions with doc strings and everything. Let's put it that way. Wrapping trace with nice names like trace about, trace info, etc. All right. Probably I could even auto-generate the doc string here as well, but whatever. Yeah, def log. Okay, and I guess that concludes it. So let's have a look at HTML here. I'm always forgetting the keyboard combination. Dun, 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 dun. So finally, we don't use %trace function itself throughout the engine codebase. Instead, we define a few wrappers for every log severity level supported by libel using the deflog macro, which just defines small functions, probably just one, the singular here, which just defines a small function, doc strings and everything, wrap and trace with a nice, sorry, let me just re-export here, and yeah. Instead, we define a few wrappers for every log severity level supported by libel using the deflog macro, which just defines a small function with doc strings and everything, wrapping %trace with a nice names like trace debug, trace info, etc. Here we go. So now let's have a look at the tangle output. I hope it all is in place. Okay, so reload. And yay, we got it. We got the second source file, and yeah, second 2 are done, 38 to go. Yay! Okay, so I probably should commit that. And yeah, let me have some final look over this. Yeah, that's a lot. Dun, 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 dun. So I will have to also fill those in later. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, that's quite a lot of docs right now. Okay, let me commit this stuff. Dun, 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 dun. Edit docs for log.lisp, or like missing docs. Docs for log.lisp. Okay, here we go. So now let's have a look at actual GitLab interface, at how that looks now. Yeah, just now. Okay. Quick start, source code walkthrough. Point. Yada 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 yada. That's a lot already. Logging. Oh, this is bad. Oh, and this is even worse. I mean, I wasn't expecting those to pop up. I mean... Oh, what? No, that's... Fuck me. Crap. Probably I should replace that, but then again, I'm not sure it would work. Yeah, first of all, this func crap. I mean, why is it fine here in HTML exported output, but in actual org file it... Oh yeah, it is wrong everywhere. Fuck's sake. Alright. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. What would happen if I put this thing like here? Would that do the trick? I mean, what is even going on here? Okay, probably I should Google about that. So org file, monospaced link. Monospaced link. Emphasis on monospaced, literal and line code. Yada yada yada. Well, I do want a link. I mean, how could I put one into other? Emphasis on monospace. I mean, it works in HTML experts, so what the fuck? Okay, let me have a look at GitHub though. How does it render that stuff? You know, literate, whatever. Doc.org. So we have this crap here. And yeah, we also have this crap here. God damn it. Line code expert, blah blah blah. Well, okay, so like nesting, what would be the word? Styles or something? Yeah, nesting styles. Nope. Org mode. Yeah, right. Predefine org mode, nested headings, nesting them. The possible type nested includes. Now use other hidden styles, expert code block as a result, nested properties. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, I'm kind of satisfied with how it looks in HTML expert, and it also tangles pretty fine. But yeah, tangling is another thing. But why is that in this render, for fuck's sake? Nesting style. Higher markup elements. Good example. Right. Special block extras. Website with org mode. Instruction your notes. For fuck's sake, why is it like that? So, what if I remove it from here and put it like... Wait, I think I have broken that, but whatever. So I put it here and then add actual link. Yeah, like that. Would that do the trick? Probably not. I'm going to try anyway. So trying to fix the link. Let's see. I mean, I would obviously have to squash merge this branch because it would have a lot of shitty commits, like doing this and doing that and trying this and trying that. Okay, so where is that crap? I've lost it. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, that's not what I was expecting. Fuck me. Probably I could just like reset to here. What was the key again? Reset, yeah, all caps, and then like hard to that, right? Yeah, to this commit. And put, and then like push with force. Would that work? Yeah, I think that worked. Yeah, it did. Okay, so the thing is, I kind of want this link to be monospace. Would you please do that? Okay, so let me just Google that. Monospace link. Phases and monospace, blah blah blah, monospaces. More than it should. Nope, that's not my case. Org mode, formatting problem, my default font. Inline code, variable pages, import link syntax. Interesting, I don't have a readme solution, so the command in org I'll write a dedicated link search function. Yeah, right. Fixed font relationship. Yeah, what is a relationship? I'm interested. The user's whatever. Why does text surrounded by tildes in org mode turn gray? Yeah, that's a weird question. How do I escape formatting output source code blocks? I'm starting to think that this might be just impossible. Ref card. Org mode syntax section 1000 paragraphs line breaks text with formatting text. Markup elements can be used. Markup can span across multiple lines, but no more than 2. Wait, this is interesting. You can put underline into italic. Why can't you put like monospaced into a link? Monospace superscript, yeah, super smart population lists. So where are the links? Here over long table, links. Here we go. Links are delimited by double square brackets. See blah 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 automatic. And blah 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 relative links. Email links. Image links, internal links, and line anchors. See chapter links. I could omit those crap with sec here. So let's see. Sec config. Would that work? Wait a sec. Sec. Oh yeah, probably I should just turn off org mode and edit the link as it is. That is weird. Let's turn it on again. Hell. I would have to search for every link and then kind of edit that. God damn it. Config section. Like, how do I print it without the link? Yeah, I'm starting to remember why I hate org mode. Because, well, as all of Emacs, it tries to do a lot of stuff it shouldn't be trying to do, like this link underline. I mean, how do I like break? Yeah, okay, thank you. For fuck's sake. Right. So I can do, what can I do? I can do that. See, chapter links. Links during the point to a headline. Alright. Yeah, I can kind of see that here, because this link is what? Config. And this is just renderer, this is UI-system. This is events, CCS, and actions. Okay. I can work with that. So, like that, I guess. Okay. I think I only started putting references to sections from here. So yeah, where was I? Click blah blah blah, renderer. God damn it. It kinda... fuck's sake. It's not very convenient, if I'm being honest. Okay. So renderer here, yeah, okay. So let's just search for any links. Deliver UI system, yeah, okay, this one. Yep. So just like that, UI system. So then what's next? Correspondence section. Oh yeah, and then first this one, events section. Events, so let's put like that. Oops. What the fuck? Yeah, okay. Events, and now this correspondence section. Yeah, ECS. Just with a sharp, I believe. Would that work if I just click it? No, it does not. How much for custom ID? ECS. Huh. So it only works for HTML expert, right? Refcard.org. Huh. General point headline. Okay. Org file reference a section. How do I do just that? Reference a section by number. No, I don't have a design document yet, but probably I might write one later. I mean, I'm just focused on the engine, not on the game itself yet. There's just a lot of things still to do in the engine itself. A lot of mechanics to implement. And yeah, that probably will take some while. This is a number link. You can refer to sections by name. Okay, so wait a second. Man, this is hard. Config, yeah, this one, config. So can I do like just that? Wait a sec. No, I don't want to do that. I want to remove this altogether and do just that. So will that work? Okay, this works by clicking on that. So that's good. Okay, so let me just try and use this same trick here. Surrender. And then again, I don't need that here. Okay. And then delivery event, blah blah blah, new player, blah blah blah, yada yada, yeah, UI system. So I can just type it with the spaces and it will work. That's interesting. UI system. And then again, I don't need that. Okay, so events section. Yeah, I kinda do have a reference and kinda have it in place before me. Yeah, I'm even going to try and play some Diablo 2 Resurrected probably sometime next week. I finally was able to launch it under Linux, and it works. So this was nice news. Okay, so how do I do this actual... Yeah, okay. Just type the name of the section, that easy. Suggest ECS, corresponding section. And would that work? Yeah, surprisingly this works. Weird. Okay, corresponding section, blah blah blah. Yada yada. Where do I have other references? So yeah, in the corresponding section. Actions. Alrighty then. Nope. Actions. Oops. Keep missing my keyboard. So, any more references to sections? I hope not. Okay, so let me just open it with the Vim and have a look at those references there. So, doc.org. Alright, so double square bracket. Double square bracket it is. Blah blah blah. Show garbage. Yeah, live subject. Here we go. Config section, render section, HTTP, blah blah blah. I'll get time. Where am I? Yeah, here we go. Library event. Some other stuff. Nuclear library. UI system. Okay. Event section, ECS, corresponding section. Okay. Actions, corresponding section. Call with the color. Function names. Yeah, that's that. I've fixed all of those. Okay. So the next thing is, yeah, probably I might want to see if that actually works. Yeah, and first of all, I need to remove that crap. Okay, so I've fixed these section links. God damn it. Fixed the section links. Alright, let's see how that looks. Come on, goddammit. Alright, so let's see. So now we don't have this extra stuff here, and let's click at some link here, correspondence section. Oh, ouch. This does not look like it is working. Yeah, probably I should have just called expert first. H. Okay. So let's see. Correspondence section, org, blah blah blah. Yeah, it kind of works, I believe. Actions. Yeah, it looks fine in HTML expert. It works just fine. So what the fuck is going on here? Oh, /actions. What the actual fuck? Okay, what is going on in GitHub though? God damn it. This interface though. Yeah, we're going to get. Okay, so the branch Literate, then doc.org. So let's see. Just turn off. Yeah, okay. Where was I? So some links to sections. Corresponding section. Yeah, the same fucking thing. It just does not render this properly. But in HTML output, it is just fine. That's some shitty programming from GitHub and GitLab. But yeah, whatever. I guess I will just leave it at that because it works in Emacs, it works in HTML, and if you want to watch it or kind of look at it in HTML interface, which is shitty, well, that's just your decision. So yeah, the idea is that I would render that to nice HTML and just embed it with another documentation. So yeah, I probably also want to retry my tangling, if that is still fine. Yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, reload. Yeah, it is still fine. So, where was I? Yeah, links with those freaking things with tildes. And then again, in HTML, it looks just fine. So I guess the only thing, the only place where it looks incorrect is this freaking web interface. And yeah, I guess that's their problem, not mine. I mean, I'm going to just leave it as it is. Right, like this crap. And then in this expert document, it is like proper, so this is monospaced without any extra tildes. So yeah, I guess that's about it. So yeah, today I finished those two source files, and I have like 38 to go, but yay, still some progress. So yeah, I guess that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, if you want to see more, get back next Saturday, and if you speak Russian, get back next Tuesday, the same time. So yeah, thanks for watching, and have a nice, well, evening or day. Yeah, take care.